Hey guys, what's up? This is Dragon Lord Rock 86, and I said that I was going to suspend my videos temporarily while I go through mourning of a dear friend that passed away. I decided that I would post this video since it's still fresh in my mind. I went to go see Star Wars The Force Awakens with my girlfriend tonight, and I needed something to take stuff off my mind, this tonight actually did it. Made me very happy. The movie, okay, let's get into it. Now, to those of you that have not seen the movie and do not wish to have spoilers, please stop this video now. Excuse me, because there will be spoilers. So, let's get right on into it. Now, this movie, it takes place several years after the whole rebellion war against the Empire from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Alright. They actually have, when me and the girlfriend got there, thanks to the Cinemaplex having one set time and Fandango having a different set time that the movie was starting, we missed a good half hour before we got there, which really irritated me. And I should have went up to the ticket counter and said something about it, but I let it go. So, anyways. Alright, so, this whole movie first thing I'm gonna say is the evil that's in this movie is not Sith. They are not Sith Masters, they are not Sith Lords, they are not anything to do with the Sith. If you read, they are part of a order known as the Order of Ren, which was founded and created around the time the Battle of Endor was going on. They actually call it the First Order in the movie. They call it the First Order throughout it because Kylo Ren is part of the First Order. The Order of Ren, and he serves this master they call the Supreme Leader. You don't get to see actually you see a hologram of him throughout the first movie. So you don't know exactly what he looks like, his skin color, if he's human or if he's alien. You don't know any of that stuff until, I'm sure if you went to read fan articles and stuff of Lucas's lore and stuff, I'm sure you find out whether he's alien or not. But personally, I don't want to do that investigation just yet. So, in the movie, Kylo Ren, you find out, is the son of Leia and Han Solo, which really blew my mind. It really did, because I wasn't expecting Kylo Ren to be their offspring, because the lore that I realized was after Return of the Jedi, they have twins. Well, they don't have twins, but they have a girl and a boy. And Luke Skywalker, he gets mad and jealous about it because they're going to become more powerful than Luke Skywalker. So Luke joins to the dark side, and he becomes the new Sith. And the children are raised then as Jedis, and they have to fight their uncle, and that's the lore that I had read was going to actually occur in this movie, but they completely changed it around and brought in the Order of Ren and everything. So, this movie, there was quite a few things that kind of irritated me in the movie, but there was a lot of things that made me really happy about the movie. Alright, first off, let's look at Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is an amazing being. He has so much power of the dark side with him, it's unimaginable. The things that he can do just by thinking it. Even though I think that they actually did it where they made him like a Superman, which I don't like. They beefed him up too much, in my opinion. I still liked it at the same time. He was very super powerful. One point in the movie, it was I believe it was still early on in the movie, he removes his helmet and reveals his face. Alright, So I think they should have kept his identity a secret until like maybe the last movie that Disney does of this, or maybe the middle movie or something. Just like revealing it right off the bat that he's Han Solo's son and that he's, you know, dark side, and him removing his awesome helmet. Why? Why? Really? Why? I mean, they could have had him remove his helmet, right? And then they could have just like revealed his secret identity later instead of that. And that just irritated me. That got under my skin so much. I'm like, why, Disney? Why? But anyways, you get later on in the movie, and there's this new super planet or whatever that the Order of Ren are using to, well, the First Order are using to destroy other planets in the galaxy by absorbing energy from the sun. Okay, that was definitely different, that was good and everything, but it's more or less like a second Death Star, except it's a living planet that they're using as their base that fire this big gun. Why don't they just build a second space station to do it? But oh well, it was inventive. I liked it, so whatever. But yeah, later on in the movie, the rebels, they all go to the planet to try to stop the planet from destroying the rebel planet, and well, Han Solo is asked by Leia to bring their son home, and he confronts Kylo Ren, who actually senses his father as soon as he gets on the planet. Well, they have this heart-to-heart conversation about, like, please help me, I really need help, I can't do this by myself and everything, and he's like, I'll help you, I promise, and he's like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I'm sure, and he takes his helmet off and lets it hit the ground, and then he gets ready to hand him his lightsaber, which is awesome lightsaber. I love that lightsaber. Anyways, he hands him his awesome lightsaber, gets ready to anyways. Han Solo grabs a hold of it, and they just stand there and like stare at each other for a second, and then Kylo ignites his lightsaber and kills Han Solo, which wasn't news to me because I read a few months before the movie was actually going to be in theaters that Harrison Ford said that he did not want to do any more Star Wars movies. He did, however, want to portray his role again as Indiana Jones, which I feel is a loss because Star Wars is one of the big franchises that got him where he's at now, but whatever, it's Han Solo's decision and I'll stand by it. But yeah, I think that he made a mistake by going out of the Star Wars movies, or maybe he's seen what Disney was going to do to the future films and he didn't want anything to do with them. Who knows? But yeah, I really didn't like the fact that Han Solo died. I mean, I'm sure there would have been different ways that he could have just gone away or something. I mean, like, said he didn't want to get into it or again or whatever, and just flew off in the Millennium Falcon, which, by the way, in the movie, the way Rey, which she's going to be the new Jedi, the New Age Jedi, I guess, to stop Kylo Ren. She's obviously more powerful than Kylo Ren because she's demonstrated it in the movie when they have their awesome lightsaber duel. And even before that, when she's in the interrogation room. So, yeah. I like that they decided to put a woman as the leading Jedi in this movie franchise. They've gone through, like, Lucas has done many movies, and there's not been a single female Jedi that has had a big main commanding role throughout the movie. So I'm glad that Disney at least did that. They put a leading role character that's also female in the movie. Real awesome. Okay, and while we're on the subject, the clones in the movie. Their armor looks absolutely badass. I love the redo. The remake of their armor is just amazing. Thing I hate, they're supposed to be clones, right? They're based off of Jango Fett from episode 1. But there's a I'm sorry if this sounds racist, and I don't mean to be, but damn, now I can't. Yeah, Finn. I'm sorry. Finn. He was a clone, right? So, what I don't understand is this. Through the movie, they mention that these are clones. But Finn says that he was taken from his family and given a number and turned into a clone. And it just makes no sense to me, because you wouldn't be a clone. You would be a soldier. I don't know. I don't understand it. There's a female clone who's a leader of, like, she's like the commanding officer of all the clones, and she's a she. So obviously they're not using Jango Fett's genetic makeup to make any more clones. But I just don't understand why they would call them clones, referencing clones from episode 1, 2, well, okay, episode 1 now. Episode 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't understand why they would do that, but whatever. There's like a lot of plot holes in this movie that I noticed, and like it's almost like Disney didn't really think a lot whenever they made this movie. They just wanted to make something that they could rack in the bucks with, and I just don't understand it. I guess I'm more upset though that Lucas decided to let Disney handle Star Wars instead of making more movies himself, or giving them to somebody else that could actually intellectually think, you know. But it's whatever. The movie was very good, regardless of the few things that really irritated me. Back to what I was saying about the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon was actually in a junkyard in a planet called... Damn, I can't remember. They've said the planet a couple times throughout the movie. Jagger or something like that. It was pretty much a junk planet. It was like kind of like Tatooine. They sell parts and they trade and buy, and there's bandits and all kinds of stuff like that. It's a barren planet just like Tatooine too. Few things, and there's like the Death Star. The Death Star. Okay, not the Death Star. I'm talking about the Star Destroyer. One of the Star Destroyers crash landed on the planet from the war between the Rebels and the Empire, and they were taking and scavenging parts off of that, and they would take it up to this guy in this booth, and he would determine the value, and he would give them rations of food based on what it's actually worth to him anyways. But yeah, and I was definitely feeling nostalgic whenever I seen the awesome Star Destroyer and the Imperial Walker, even though I don't understand why the Imperial Walker would be on that planet, since, well, in Star Wars Return of the Jedi they were using them for the vast forest of Endor, so I guess it would fit. I just never seen them use them on a sandy planet like that, but it's whatever. The Millennium Falcon is also on that planet. It was stolen from Han, who got it stole from this person and that person, and then finally ended up there. Well, the Empire ends up going to that planet looking for that new BB droid that has plans, that has like a map, part of a map anyways, to find Luke Skywalker. The Empire, well, I don't know why I'm calling them the Empire, but they kind of are like the Empire. But the First Order want to find Luke and kill him, before he can train any other Jedis to stop them. And the Rebel Alliance, obviously, they want to find him to get him to come back and train more Jedis and help them fight the First Order. Well, you see R2-D2 and C-3PO in the movie. C-3PO you see right away as soon as you see Leia. And definitely you feel the nostalgicness of it. C-3PO even has a red arm now, and they never explained why he had it, but he's got one. I can't think of anything else, but yeah, the one thing that really irritated me was Rey. She is not even a Jedi. She's just learning the dark side, learning the Force for the first time ever. And she just got angry. Like, she closed her eyes while they had their lightsabers clashed, and I guess, I don't know, memories must have built up or something, and she just like got angry and started kicking Kylo Ren's ass, which I'm like, what? How do you even know how to use a lightsaber? You know, you've never been a Jedi, you've never handled the weapon before. And it's like she was learning how to use her mind right away too. In the torture chamber / interrogation room, she ordered a stormtrooper. I'm gonna call them stormtroopers from now on instead of clones. Makes more sense. She got that stormtrooper to let her go, to free her restraints and open the door, drop his gun and everything. And like, you don't even know how to do that until you're like experienced Jedi. I mean, look at Luke's trials when he was training to become a Jedi. He was having difficulty even using his mind to pick stuff up, freeing his mind and all of that stuff. This girl says that first she doesn't want nothing to do with it, nothing to do with the cause or anything, nothing to do with Jedis. Then she becomes one, and it's like she learns all this crap that's a Jedi's supposed to take a while to learn, in like 2 seconds flat. Like, really? Really, no building of the character at all. She's just gonna be like a Jedi, just like that, like nothing, without any like serious training. She's gonna become an experienced master. Really? That's like spitting on all the other movies where the Jedis had to train and work hard to be what they were. But whatever, you know, it's whatever. But anyways. Yeah, the planet was imploding that they were going to destroy or whatever to stop their evil plans. The Supreme Leader was told that the planet was collapsing, and basically told him to find Kylo Ren and bring him to me. It's time that I finished his training. So, yeah. The movie pretty much ended there. After R2-D2 finally reactivated, which, from what I've seen in the movie, he was on low power ever since like Luke left. Oh yeah, I didn't even explain that part. I'm sorry. Luke Skywalker went on to become a great and powerful Jedi Master. When Leia and Han Solo's son Kylo was born and everything, and he became of age, Luke Skywalker trained him to be a Jedi Knight. However, he was tempted by the dark side of the Force, and he turned over to the Order of Ren. And Luke blamed himself and said it was his fault, so Luke put himself in exile, just like Yoda did at the end of the third movie of Star Wars. He put himself in exile because the emotional burden. So anyways, like years later, I guess, R2-D2 reactivates and he shows his map. He says he found Luke or whatever in droid talk. Finds Luke and puts his map up, and then this new droid known as BB-8, I think it's 8, puts his piece of the map up, and then they were able to find Ren. So she gets into the Millennium Falcon, Rey does, along with Chewbacca, since Han Solo is no more, and they fly to this planet where Luke is supposed to be, and she climbs all these steps and everything, which I would have just flew the damn spaceship up there, but whatever. Anyway, she climbs all these steps and finds Luke Skywalker at the top, and she hands him his lightsaber, which she gets on this other planet where Han Solo was with her, and it, yeah, has this big flashback and everything, I guess. But yeah, she goes to hand him the lightsaber, and he just stands there, stares at her with like a real sad face, and then that's it. The movie ends, and that's it. That's all of it. So I've explained to you the things that I hated, and I've explained to you the things that I liked about it. Despite the fact that I think that Disney just took something beautiful that Lucas made and just crumbled it in their hands and then reformed it into whatever they wanted it to be, I would have to give this movie a 4 out of 5, because quite frankly I enjoyed it. We've been needing a new Star Wars movie for a while. I was hoping though that Lucas was going to be the one doing it instead of Disney, but when you can wish in one hand and shit in the other, right? But whatever, guys. Really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it yet, please give it a watch. Go to the movies and watch it. It's well worth the money. It's 2 hours and 16 minutes long, so you better brace yourself for that. So, without further ado, guys, I probably won't post another video until my horror block gets here, if it ever gets here, because according to them, it's shipped out, but the UPS status hasn't changed, and it's been well over like 2 weeks since it said that. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later. I'm thinking this is a coaster. Space Invaders. Really good game. I used to love playing this game. I got the Namco Museum, I think, had it, and I used to love playing this game. It's real like soft vinyl or whatever on this side, and it's like real hard on this side. I'm guessing this is a coaster. If this is a coaster, kudos, Box of Dread. Real awesome. This nice geeky gamer coaster will go in great with my horror movie coasters. Love it. Thanks, guys.